hip-hop culture, with DJs and singing, graffiti art are expressed every day within the inner cities of America and the world. You are not hearing hip-hop, you are hip-hop.
Oh man, good evening, because it's 5 o'clock Central. Good evening. This is different for me. This is different because, we don't really do the 5 o'clock thing on a Wednesday, but it's a special day today. I guess I should go full screen. Hold on, let me go full screen really quick before I get into some stuff. Hello, how are you guys? Can you believe it? You know what? Let me just say this real quick as I'm pushing silver stars off the desk, because my dear friend Ron Foster and the Touch Base Daily family was so gracious in celebrating me. And yes, I was in tears. I was in tears then. I woke up in tears because I said to myself, you know what? The good Lord didn't have to have me here. You know what I'm saying? And so to be able to complete 50 rotations, I was like, okay, so my job is not done here yet, right? Like my job is not done here. So we have been on all the feelings, which is good. Like living life is a job. Let's just go ahead and put that out there. And so let me start really quick, and then I'm gonna jump over to all the comments. I'm so excited. But I remember last year when I did this, I ended with the reality is the person that you are waiting for to acknowledge you is you. That is true. Okay? The person that you want to love you like nobody else, that is you. That's that self-love. Is it great? Be recognized and loved by others? Yeah, the more love, hello. But it's you, kids. And so as I sit here and I reflect on 50 years of wisdom, okay, it ain't really 50 years of wisdom. Some of this stuff I got like maybe 5 years ago. Okay, maybe 8, 20. So it hasn't been 50 years. I wouldn't change anything, but we're not going to act like we were always here. That's just not true. And so I'm looking at how we got here, and I wrote a post. And when I wrote the post, I was in tears. I had shared this morning that, I worked at the Container Store for 25 years of my life. I am 50 years old. If you think that's nutty, you should ask my brother how long he's been at the Container Store and how old he is, okay? Babies. We're babies. But those people, as well as the folks in my family, my aunties, uncles, cousins, they shaped me. I am the way I am because of the people I surround myself with. We're not going to lie about that. We're not going to act like I got here just because I got here. No. People poured into me. People worked with me, believed in me, helped me up when I was literally trying to find some place to sleep, okay? Because, like I said, life be life, and sometimes people believed in me. I'm here because of all of them. It's not just because Gwendolyn is awesome. Am I awesome? Yeah, but I'm also awesome because of everybody else. So I was going through now, you know what? I don't know why, as a photographer, I have not retouched these photos, because I can do that now. I was like, you know what? I should probably retouch a couple of these images that have gone, clearly they've been aged. And I thought, Gwendolyn, you might want to do that. You might want to do it. Now, my sister says I was one of the cutest bald-headed babies she's ever seen. So I appreciate her showing me that love. Eventually we kind of figured it out. And it would actually be kind of cool if we brought back the sort of propped up baby photos, on the little carpeted hill. Not that we can't do these other fancy photos that we do with all the Photoshop and whatnot, but we need to do some nostalgia bonnet type things. I don't do babies, which is why I can say that and not act like it's going to impact me, because it's not. But let me say this. We have gone through all the things, the hairstyles. I was like, am I going to show all of that? I don't think I can. It's too much. Because Gwendolyn has some awful hairstyles. And I mean, they were awful. Although in this picture, this top left, I love Judd Nelson. Man, I had my combat boots, and I wore them boots with everything. I mean, everything. They weren't even laced up. It was just me in the combat boots, right? If you know, you know. But I love those combat boots. If I could bring them back, I'm sure I could. But I don't know if it really fits into this era of life that I'm living right now. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. The combat boots always goes hard. I have had a few good hair days, like in this bottom right, that a dear friend Josie did my hair. Otherwise, Gwendolyn was not working anything. Okay. It just was not happening. And I'm okay with that. We live, we learn, we didn't cut all that stuff off. I'm okay with it. Let me play this intro. We're going to get started. Good evening, everybody. It is Gwendolyn J.R. Houston Jack. You are watching a special edition of Girl Listen, because today is my official day. And I said, dadgummit, it's been 50 years. We are going to do the darn thing on the birthday because, well, why not? So if you have not already, be sure to like, share, subscribe, do all the things, get all that stuff done. Let me get to some comments because I want to get into some comments. I just I love how Ali is here. Now, it's late where you are, sir. It is late, but I appreciate you showing up. Love it. Happy reboot anniversary. My mom is here. Hello, my mother. We got sister here, birthday queen. Yes, hello. My mom was trying to get some stuff out there. Sean Samuels, and it's my cousin Reggie. First of all, we have photos that go back. We do. Now, I have passed the baton over. We'll be doing this for him very soon. So look, and I forget. I don't feel 50. I don't feel anything, honestly. I don't recognize how old we are. And I use old, you can say young, but I don't recognize how long we've been here until we start talking. And then we realize that the babies are like 30 and 40 something. And I was like, how are y'all already 30? Then that means, and then your mama, so yeah, we forget. It could be a mind thing because I don't feel any kind of way. I don't feel different. I do know that the hot flashes, yeah, that makes a difference. I will tell you that. The heat, this radiating heat, that is something special. I love the hugs. It says, yay, the family is there. Houston ready to launch the G ship. Ali has all of the wordplay. Absolutely love it. He says, good night. I'm already on Thursday. I know he's on the other side of the pond, as we say, but happy to have him here. Mimi's here. Thank you so much. Yes, I am blessed to be alive. I think all of us should think about the blessing. We could be some other place. You could be 6 feet under or in a canister. That's the other option, right? So we're here. And yes, we want to welcome in Indie Soup Media and all the Indie Soup Media watchers because it is streaming over there as well. And this is beginning my 50th rotation since near 3 months. We'll be 50 in 9 months. Hey, we're going to have to do this again then, Ali. We are down for that. Tell you, man, this milestone is something special. Letta is here. Yes, love it. We have Dr. Tachi in the building. Now, y'all wouldn't believe how Letta's rocking it. Now, when I tell you black don't crack, ooh, y'all. I just kind of had a feeling, but I wasn't sure. And then the other day I found out, I was like, see, I knew something was going on over there, but black don't crack, okay? I'm just going to go ahead and put it out there. You don't know where people are stepping because you're like, wait a minute, how old are you exactly? Because I just need to, yes. Looking good, girl. Looking good. And Mimi says, hello to Dr. Taji. Ali is in the golden year, getting all of the birthday celebrations. You know what? I do believe I was a cute little baby. I think I was cute. I think it was cute. I mean, like most, as people say, most newborns are kind of funny looking. Most newborns are kind of funny looking. I'm just going to say, it's just what it is, right? They're babies. But I believe I was a cute baby. I think it was we worked into some things. We worked into some things, but we have come into our own. Bryson Leach is here. Good to see you, Bryson. You're irresistible no matter the age. You know, me and hair go back a long way. I don't really need it. If everybody was bald, I'd be happy. It's okay. Absolutely happy. You had that hairstyle too? Man, we went through some stuff. I didn't want to pull any of the Jerry Curl pictures, but I do have some Jerry Curl pictures, and my Do Not Disturb is not on. I should probably put that on because somebody's gonna call me. Yes, there was a Judd Nelson phase, and Judd, I just it was that whole Breakfast Club thing, man. I was like, I'm gonna be in it. I loved rocking in my boots. It's what it is. But yes, it was the face. I know of all the people, time for reboots. Of all the people, that was the deal. That was my guy. Chris Edwards is here. Thank you, sir, for the birthday wishes. I don't think I'm old. I know, like, typically when I talk about people, everybody's a young person in my head. Everybody's a young person, every single person. And so I don't, when people talk about age, some folks are not good with age. I think if you're here, that's a blessing because you don't have to be here. And yes, the pepper hairstyle, right. Gwendolyn had to have some help though. I'm not gonna lie to you. Hair was not my thing. It was just not my thing. But I believe a lot of us had it. So I do want to Black Don't Correct, they hijack. Oh my God. And yes, look, I'm just trying to tell you people. I also believe though that as a dear friend says, the body keeps score, right? So if you're living a good life, things are going to work out well for you. When you start doing some other stuff, then things start looking kind of funny. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to put that out there. But I do want to share something because speaking of my mama, not too long ago, I had a chance to interview her for a little mini doc because, like I said, mother's not going to come on here live. You guys are asking for a lot. Okay, I'm asking for a lot. But I figured, why not capture my mother and have her share some of her stories, some of her wise words. And so I want to play a quick clip from what I titled, She Get It From Her Mama.
He said, honey, she's so pretty. You ought to see her. She is the darlingest kids. And I went and I remember looking at you and you were just tiny, small, but I was wondering, where did he say she was beautiful? Because you were, she wasn't beautiful at all. I said to myself, what kid was he looking at, And we named you Gwendolyn, and your name has been with you ever since,
Yeah. I mean, I was a small, from
yes.
the pictures I saw, it was kind of on the red
yes,
side.
On the red, you was about this tall, about this length. And you were just red. Ugly.
Thanks, Mom. Appreciate it.
But I tell you, you have made me a proud mother because you were just different.
Yeah.
You were different. And what's different about you is that you had it all together.
I'm a Virgo.
Yes.
I know y'all don't do the horoscope thing,
yes. But you were different. You were unique. And I have 4 kids, but they're all different. They all have their different talents, different gifts. Mm-hmm. But you were, what can I say? You were just amazing. Amazing.
Well, I was one of those.
Yes.
I'll say smart aleck.
Yes. But like I said, we all got our different gifts, but God gave you a gift, and it's different from any other, mm-hmm. that I can think of. And you have made, all 4 of you have made me proud because I accept you all just the way you were.
Mm. So you and Pops, how did y'all meet? Oh man, okay, so if you haven't watched it, you can watch She Get It From Her Mama. It's on my channel. Had a great time chat with my mother. Just, hey, look, I appreciate the honesty. Appreciate the honesty. Now, despite the fact that she didn't think I was a cute baby, she did tell us that the good Lord didn't make any mistakes. All right. So that message stuck with me. Absolutely had a good time talking about all the things, right? Her mother, their marriage, some of her favorite sayings. It's a great conversation. So if you get a chance to look at it, by all means, do take some time and look at it. As my sister says, mother doesn't think so. I know, man, look, it is what it is. I mean, obviously we have all come into our own, right? We've all come into our own. But, I got to thinking, as Mimi talks about great pictures, we are in a time of life where we are able to capture so much, like in the palm of our hands. Like, we have phones that have amazing cameras and we can take pictures. I took my father's 8mm film as well as his Sony mini video cassettes and had them digitized. And it brought me to tears when I got the film back and just put in this DVD, and it started playing. I was like, what baby is that? Like, who is that? And then I said, wait a minute, that's me. My life from a baby is on film. And then I carried a camera through junior high, high school, college, and I just have not put it down, right? I carried a camera everywhere. So if you do nothing else, let me say this: if you've got any kind of video or photos, whatever, in a cloud, make sure you back it up someplace. Put it in one or two other places so that those memories keep going. Because now you won't find me in the grass like that nowadays. Gwendolyn is not putting herself in the grass. I'll get a blanket. But I'm not rolling in the grass like that, because there's too much stuff in the grass nowadays. It's not how I roll. But I am still an outdoorsy kid, right? So that part is still there. Dr. Tachi, now, you may have gotten lucky and not have had the unfortunateness of getting a Jerry curl. But yes, those of us who have seen Coming to America, we know those nights. We know getting up from your pillow and having all kinds of whatnot imprint on your pillow and just having these stains on your collar. Yeah. The things that we did back then. We didn't know any better. Mimi says, Dr. Tachi, I had the pep hairstyle and the earrings. Took forever to get it straightened out. And even again, man, we have done some stuff with our hair. We have done a lot of stuff with fashion. My cousin Naiwali is here. Hey, thank you for rolling through. And I pulled a couple of shots with Gwendolyn having hair, right? We have done the braids. Now that was back in the 90s, like Poetic Justice. I know you guys know that. The whole Poetic Justice, like I didn't do the big chunky braids. They were kind of heavy, but I got the braids, and then I started adding color into my braids. And then we just had a regular relaxed hairstyle. And then we went a little short here and there. We got to do a little bit of everything. And really quick, just to go back to that, when I talk about people and how they live life, Bezel van der Kolk, am I saying that right, Ollie? The body does keep score. The body keeps score. You keep living the way you live in, trust me, it's going to show up in here in the face. It's going to show up. Just know, if you're doing somebody wrong, it's gonna come through. Yeah, she says, let's drop some cake emojis for Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn's gonna eat some cake. I've been holding on. I want to wait to eat my cake after I, get my other stuff, which Mr. Foster spoke about my husband having some great plans for me. And he did. Let me tell you what Gwendolyn decided that she wanted to do. He was like, we can go to a steakhouse. We can do Ruth Chris. We can do the Brazilian steakhouse. I was like, you know what I want? I want a burger and some fries. I want a burger and some fries from that small little joint up the street. That takes forever because they cook it fresh. And so it takes forever to get your burger and fries. And maybe a shake. Just saying. That's how Gwendolyn's rocking this 50th. I do appreciate being here. And I love the idea of doing something special. My something special? It's keeping it local. You don't have to, the whole big thing. It's like, yeah, no, I'm good. Gwendolyn's good. And I just realized Oh, the gift of God. Oh, thank you, Ollie. Girl, mother said ugly. She did. She said it. It's okay. She did. Mother said ugly. She went there. She did. But if your parents don't love you despite all of that, who will? Right? Like who will? I just realized something. I don't know how I want to do this. We didn't open up with some confetti. I was like, wait a minute, Gwendolyn, surely you should want to open something. I know we're going to close with some confetti. Maybe I'll save the other one. Let me do that. Let me save the other one because we have a lot. We have a lot of confetti over here. Having gratitude. And yes, soul glow. Such a soul glow. Let it shine through. I know you guys know that. My age is not showing there. She said, I had a curl from 7th grade to 10th grade. We thought it was the coolest thing. I don't know why. We've done some stuff. I will tell you this, if it wasn't getting some of the burns from the chemicals or having like the activator stuff, because you would put on the cap and then it would get all over your clothes. If you had your hair pressed, having the burns on your ears because you didn't hold your ear back far enough, like you didn't really hold it. Yeah. I don't know. I am happy that we have come to a place of enjoying beauty as we see fit. When I cut my hair, and I cut my hair off September 25th, 2001. It's a special day for me. We have not gone back. I have had dreams though of having hair. Like every now and then I have like this weird dream that I have hair and I freak out. Don't know what that's about. But yeah. The braid, yes, the 90s, we were doing all the braids. We were in it, all of the braids. That was the thing to do. Poetic justice, Janet had it. Everybody had it. But I want to say Janet really put it on. And who is that chick? I know you guys know that. Who is the dancer from Michael Jackson's Remember the Time? What was her name? Is it Josie? Who had like the really big braids and she was doing the whole dance thing. God, I loved her braids. I never got them that big though. She said, I went through that too. The 90s, man. We did some stuff. We went through all the things. I was telling somebody, probably a lot of you guys, if you're 50 years in or close to it, you have seen a lot of technology. Shout out to my partner here. He says, hope you heard my voicemail. Yes. Thank you, Gary. Gary's here. We have seen a lot of technology. Now I'm going to date it. The rotary phone, right? It took forever to get back to the zero. You're like, so we had rotary phones, push tone phones. We had some clear ones too. We had the cell phones, the cordless phone that if you weren't careful, you heard someone else's message. And we had the party line. And then we got like the smaller cell phones. We had pagers. We have gone through a lot of technology, people. We have seen it. A lot of technology. Okay. Now, for those of you who did the party line, we just jumped into phone calls. And now people don't talk to anybody nowadays. We don't even pick up the phone. I know on my phone, I have an option that will let my AI say, hey, I don't know who you are. Of course, he says it more graciously, but I don't know who you are. So tell me who you are so I can answer the phone. Otherwise, you leave a voicemail. That's what we've come to because the spamming and whatnot. But hey, yes, the burger and fries, people. Now, next week, when we're celebrating the anniversary, then we will do something special. I don't know. I'll let him choose. But, I am in my element. I was telling someone, and God bless it. Oh, I think it was Cassandra from yesterday's conversation. I was telling her, like, people see other people walking, and I'm going to use the word thriving, and they assume that we come out of it like just out the womb. Now, I was a smart aleck kid. That part is true. But there's a certain level of confidence and knowing who you are, defining your life and walking your path. That does not happen overnight. It's like a marathon. I am on mile 20. Actually, more like mile 21. It's 26.2, by the way. So I could be at mile 23, but we are further along. So if you're just getting started in your journey for defining who you are for yourself, don't compare my mile 20 to your mile 2. We are not in the same place. This is work over here. This is a lot of work. Recognizing who I am. What's great about Gwendolyn? What's probably not so great? because there are some not so great things. I catch my tongue. I do check it. I'm like, just stay silent. Just stay on mute, G. Just stay on mute. Even I know better, right? Self-accountability. You know, we as a family, that doesn't hold back. Man, you do know. We do not hold back. The more confetti, the better. Pop. You want me to pop it? Oh, okay. Jessica says I need to pop it. Okay, hold on. Let me cover up my drink. First of all, I have a new glass. Now, last year, if you guys remember, I had one that said it's a party. This year, it says best age ever. And this glass will hold a complete bottle of wine. Now, last year, I drank all of that Riesling. I most certainly did. It was a Friday. I wasn't driving. And so I can be slightly intoxicated in my house. It's okay. We're not doing that today. I have things to do. I actually have some work to do. So we are not going to have a complete bottle at once of the champagne that I am drinking. But I am drinking it. So yeah, let's twist this one. This is one of my cannons. I love these cannons. They're like the best. I'm not going to hold it next to my ear because I made the mistake this morning of popping it so close. They're so loud, but now, hold on here. Now I told Mr. Jack that I was going to be live. Hold on. Let me see what he says. Hold on. Hello?
Hey.
You know I'm on live, right?
So you did that to me, my fault. All right, I'll talk to you later.
I'll talk to you later. We tried, people. I guess I could have kept talking, but you don't know what he would have said. So let us not let us not play that game. Okay, because I'm thinking, could I keep him on the phone? I probably should not. All right, so we're gonna pop this one. All right, hold on. We're celebrating 50 years and oh my God. Oh. Oh my God. Wow. Okay. Oh man. Yeah. Woo. If anybody wants to come over and help clean up, I'm always taking help. But you're right. Thank you, Jessica. We got to pop that thing. We have to. She said, you were not ugly, child. My eyes have seen. You know, here's the deal. As we go through all these changes, we come into our own. We really do come into our own. And hey, shout out to DS. Shout out to DS being here. Thank you for sliding through, sir. Appreciate having you here. This is one of those. Now, let me tell you something really quick. When you define who you are for yourself, she still have ear caps to protect her ears with the silk press. Yes. See, I don't know if I could ever go back. I don't know if at this point, I'm in, it's like 15, 20 minutes, really more like 15 minutes, and then I'm out. So I don't know if I can ever go back to sitting in the salon all day. I don't know if I can ever go back. I don't know. Yes, thank you. I knew her name was like Josie or something. Yes. So, as stuff is falling from the ceiling, when you define who you are for yourself, when you do that, you're like, look, this is me. Now, I had every intention of having Rex Nash capture my 50th birthday images. I really, really did. If you don't know Rex Nash, check him out on Instagram. His artwork is amazing. Amazing. Didn't get it. These guys in my eyes are not too friendly, and it's okay. It doesn't mean that I'm never going to do it. It is still something I want to have done because I love his work. And I really want to have him captured. But in the meantime, I thought, you know what? Let me do my own. And so Gwendolyn will slide up a couple of lights and get the camera out. Lisa Seeley provided a box. First of all, she gave me a box of confetti some time ago. Love the confetti. I was throwing confetti everywhere. I have behind the scene video. Stay tuned for that. But love the confetti. And we also popped some confetti. But once you recognize who you are, you just love yourself for who you are. And I mean that. Can't nobody tell me not a damn thing. You can't tell me nothing. Okay? Trust and believe that. Trust. There is nothing that can be said here. Gwendolyn! You know, I just realized I have a sash somewhere. I didn't put my sash on. Hold on. This is what you do when you're like, I'm all over the place. Okay, hold up. There we go. Dun, da, da, da. I feel like that chick from Coming to America, you know, getting all her little pomp and circumstance. There you go. Okay, there we go. Now we're all together. Let me get back to these comments. We got a lot going on. So Jess was like, yes, we had dial-up. We were some patient people. People who had to deal with dial-up, y'all don't understand patience. Like we were like, and is it downloading? Has it downloading yet? Like if you ever use Napster or was that LimeWire? Yes. Trying to get that really good, the really good mix or version that didn't have some DJ talking all the way through the song. Yeah, that was it. Atari. Yeah, we had an Atari. We didn't have a Commodore 64 though, but we did have an Atari. Shout out to Southwestern Bell. Those phones, if you ever need, like if you have any of those old phones around, they are weapons. Because if it fell on your foot, trust me, you knew it fell on your foot. But if you've got one and you can like grab that sucker and whack somebody, oh, trust, they going down. They are going down. Does anybody remember Garbage Pail Kids? I remember that. The Garbage Pail Kids. Did anyone collect those? I could have sworn my cousin Reggie collected a lot of the Garbage Pail Kids. And I think he had like the magazine too, if I'm not mistaken. I could have sworn he had it, but Garbage Pail Kids. The things that we did, 14 kilobytes per second. Oh, Dr. Tachi, God bless it, man. It was hard times back then. And now, like, we'll send an email. It's like, it's not there yet. Because we know the struggle, the rotary, God forbid, there was a 9 in the number. It took forever to get around to get to. And for those of us who had like kangaroos and you carry like a dime or a quarter in your sneaker, because it had like the pocket for the payphone. Yes, girl, I had my own line when I was a teenager in my room. Now I keep my phone on Do Not Disturb all the time. All the time. It is Do Not Disturb heavy. We don't do it. Now, I brought this up, right? I brought this up not because it's like really old, but this is from 2006. Gwendolyn has always been a person for a very long time who loved technology and cars. And so when I lived in New York, I would go to the Jacob Javits for the car show. This is a Chrysler 300 in 2006 when it was a concept car. It had suicide doors. It was the prettiest thing I had ever seen. And so when the 300 finally came out, I was like, what? They did it? Shows you how long these concepts take. They also debuted the Enclave that year as well. But I was like, wait a minute, that's Buick, that is. I was like, this is amazing. Amazing. So when we say we have seen some stuff, we have seen a lot of stuff. Mr. Confetti, no, we got more coming. But we have seen a lot of stuff. And when I say I captured my life on camera and video, I'm gonna tell you right now, I still have the photos from my Palm Trail. Now they are the scraggliest little things, but we still have them. She said, oh, those are the good ones. I remember when we popped it in my apartment. Yes. Okay. So yeah, Jessica hired me once to do her birthday shots. We had some great confetti for that one too. And they are loud, extremely loud. Now I want to talk about this really quick. This is my family, some of my family. I have a lot of cousins. And I'm so thankful that we are able to spend the time that we have together. But I did a post not too long ago about my granny's house, right? Do I have this thing? I think I have this thing wrong. Lord bless. I've only had a little bit of alcohol since this morning. Forgive me, people. Forgive me if I can get this. I can figure out how to get it on. I can't get it on. But we spent a lot of summers hanging out at Granny's house, just having a good time, chatting. Some of these faces in this picture is no longer with us, right? And I will say this, that my cousin, I have a cousin, Stephanie. She was also born on this day. We're like 5 years apart. She passed away in 2011. We have not forgotten her. She was a special Virgo. I don't know how she broke the mold. She really did break the mold. But she was a great one. And for the longest time, for a very long time, it was really hard for me to celebrate my birthday because I kept thinking of her and when she died, right? And there's a lot of death around in these particular days. And so it's really hard sometimes to do it. And you don't ever forget those who have passed on. You just find a way to live with it. But if you surround yourself with pictures and videos, they live forever. That's how you do it. You keep speaking their name. So we share all the stories about Stephanie, is what we do. My dad, my grandma, it's just how we live, and love it. Yeah, look, Mr. Jack said he wasn't, I mean, it's 5:30, so technically we should have been done, but you know, we do a 5 o'clock call every day so we can do like a little wind down. So when he comes home, we don't talk anything about work. We bring like nothing. None of that stays here. Like once we're in the house, it's everything else. But what can I tell you? But I was like, should I? Even if it was on Do Not Disturb, his phone call would come through because hello, he's family. Duh. All right, let me get into it because, hey, Serena's here. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, you know, people have been talking about being the 50 Club. And I remember, do you guys remember those Essence magazine episodes where they would have like the different ages of women? You're like, what? She's 75? What? She's 66? And I said, I want to be like that. I want to be the person where they can't even tell like where you are. Like when I look at Angela Bassett, I don't know how old Angela, I know she's older than me. I don't know how old Angela is, but she's beautiful. She is amazingly beautiful and just so vibrant, right? I'm like, that's what I keep thinking of. That's what Team 1905 is fly. Thank you, ma'am. Let me get to these last few things. We keep telling my story. Okay, so I've always been a writer. I said it before. Gwendolyn was a student, but I was a student in the literary field. I was an athlete in that area. The writing was good. Okay, it was great. The writing was great. We're not gonna lie like that. So we have always been a writer. And yes, you can be a person who is not playing football or baseball or track and get your name on the marquee children. Remember that. Okay, remember that. What's for dinner? I'm doing burger and fries, baby. Burger and fries tonight. Burger and fries. And with that also too, in regards to photography, we have always carried a camera, so much so that before COVID and they still have it, but there is a purple 7K that goes down in Las Vegas at Sunset Park. And I used to go all the time after he passed away, Prince that is, and I would run with my camera. Now, that's the DSLR, people. Okay, I want you to understand that. DSLRs are not the lightest camera. Those are some heavy bitches. They are heavy, okay? That's weight right there. And I ran all 7K with the camera and took pictures. And took cyber cafes, oh my God. And took pictures. Because I wanted to take pictures of all these Prince fans who were out here celebrating him. And at the end of the race, we didn't get like, what do you call it? Granola bars. They had pancakes waiting for us at the end of this race because why? Prince liked pancakes. Hello. Yes. As Dr. Taki says, dial-up was something else and God forbid you got a call. Man. We had to, like in our house, we did it after everybody was like asleep. So you had to put stuff on to say, hey, I'm gonna try to download this thing because it was different. He said, I love the Garbage Pail Kids. I know. Okay, all they had them to, like, they were great. They should bring those back. They should bring back the Garbage Pail Kids. He said, yes, I had a photo album of them. See, I knew you had them. I could have sworn because you used to collect a lot of them. Remember the time of collecting baseball cards and football cards and like, I don't know what kids, kids do like what? Is it Pokemon? I mean, they still do Pokemon, right? Like they do that. But we were collecting Garbage Pail Kids too. Nothing for me brings me back to the 80s than Garbage Pail Kids. I know. Best things ever. I don't think that Mardi Gras was for kids. No. Some of those cards were really disgusting. Can I tell you that? They were really, I don't have those cards. A coworker was cleaning out their home and they brought those cards to work and we went down memory lane with them. We had a great time just going back in time and talking about what we did as kids. You know, it's the stuff that you do. It's the stuff that you do. And we have a lot of memories, people. We have a lot of memories. I love the auto show at the Jacob Javits. If you want to do a really great auto show beyond, I guess, Detroit, Jacob Javits, we were there all the time. All the time. Yes, we went through all the inventions as we're growing up. We have gone through a lot, people. We have gone through a lot. And I mean, every single thing. We've seen so much technology and seen it very quickly. Like I took a typing class. I gotta put this thing on the term. I took a typing class in high school. I had a word processor. And then by the time I was like a junior in college, I was given an IBM ThinkPad. So we have seen all the things. We have seen all of it. And you had to know how to type. You had to know how many words per minute. And I remember getting an Apple computer. We had Mavis Beacon teaches typing is what we had. So look, now the times are different, but that's what you got. I remember seeing that first Bat mobile in the Jack Nicholson Joker version at the Javits Center. It was just a few blocks away from the home. Jacob Javits did it, man. The auto shows, concerts. I mean, for those of you who remembered, what was that? Club MTV? And Club MTV would do concerts. That was my very first concert, by the way, by myself. I mean, I did Luther at the rodeo, but my very first one, it had Rico Suave, Color Me Bad. There was one more person on that Club MTV concert circuit. So, man, yes, we had great times. We call it the bottom. As I mentioned a few weeks ago, we had great times at the bottom. There's just like when you stop and say to yourself, I have 50 years of life. What all have I seen? It can make you happy and it can make you sad all at once. But I end up on the happy side because I'm able to say, hey, I had this experience with my family and my cousins and learning new dances and doing relay races barefoot on dirt roads and eating blackberries and just like doing it all. We did a lot of stuff. They were the best times. We were actually kids. We were kids. We had a chance to grow up and do all the things. So, you know, it was great. It was great. She's 67. What? Dang, she looked good. Angela looked good. She looked good. Shout out to Black Eighth Element who is here. Let me get into, let me get some of this together because time is flying by here. Here are a couple of words I want to leave with you guys, right? Because again, we didn't get here overnight. And I believe in each one teaching one to reach many. So the things you say about others say a lot about you. They do. It's projection. We've seen a lot of that right about now. I'm just going to put that out there for you. But when you talk about people, the way you talk about people, recognize, talk about yourself. You talk about yourself. Okay? Just want to put that out there. Put it out there. Sometimes I have to remind myself that I don't have to do what everyone else is doing. Amen. Because you ain't got to do it. I said, hey, you ain't got to do what everybody else is doing. My mama always said that. You ain't got to follow the crowd. You can do it by yourself. Be by yourself. As a matter of fact, she often said, don't follow the crowd. I mean, you know, we come from the time of if Jimmy jumped off the bridge and you jumping off the bridge. Now, these kids nowadays might just say yes. Unfortunately, we knew to not say yes, say no. I'm not jumping off the bridge. No, different times. But you don't have to do what everybody else is doing. And I want to say this because I want to go back to that. The most important relationship in your life is with yourself. That's the most important one, right? You're going to have to love on you. Trust me when I say that. You got to love on you. Gwendolyn love her some G, right? And I love everybody else around me too. I love them just as much, but I'm going to love on me first and then get everybody else. She is fierce. Angela is something special. Like these are the people that I'm thinking, that's what I want to, that's the legacy that I want to leave. You know, I love my henna. I'll be getting some more henna in December, just because it's how I like to decorate the body, right? decorate the body as I think about Tu Wong Fu. You have your Minolta? Really? What? If it works, that's a good thing, man. Pancakes, yes. Well, it's Prince. Prince love pancakes. If you've ever been to Paisley Park, there is a restaurant. Well, it's a restaurant, it's a kitchen where he actually cooked the pancakes in Paisley Park. So yeah, pancakes. That was his deal. What was that show on Fox with what's her name? Day Chanel, whatever. And he did a special appearance on her show and he fixed her pancakes. Golly, what was the name of that show? I can't even think of it right now. But yeah, pancakes. He says, me too. We are having burgers and I just got some amazing real truffle oil. I have a smidge of truffle oil left in my kitchen. Man, it makes all the difference in eating. Oh, just truffles, people. Truffles. Mushrooms. Fungi. Yeah. Serena had a garbage pail kid. She had it too. Said Pokemon is already. Really? How old are they? How old is Pokemon? I've never gotten into Pokemon. It was not my thing. What can I talk about? What about reading Goosebump books? Goosebump books! Who didn't love a really good Scholastic book fair? Oh man. They used to pass out those little mailers or whatever, the little brochure. And I remember taking that home and circling the books I really wanted to get, right? I mean, we were kids. I don't know about all y'all, but I was the kid who got the Scholastic book fair, we'll say mailer, and I was circling the books. I was so excited about getting these books at the Scholastic book fair. God bless it. Those were good times, y'all. Now, reading highlights. Remember highlights? You hated typing class? I didn't do well. I got a C in typing class. I can type amazing now. But at the time, I got a C in typing class. I didn't do great with the 10 key. The 10 key, I didn't. 10 key was not my thing, people. It did not work out well. Saw floppy disk to a thumb, 4 terabyte USB keys. We have come a ways. If you look at some of these movies, if you ever go back and look at really old movies that have like tech that's heavy, Mission Impossible, check that out. You'll realize just how big stuff is. You're like, wait, that was only 10 gigs? Or it was only like megabytes. It wasn't even 10 gigs, it was megabytes. And it was huge. We have gone through a lot of technology in these last 50 years. So those of us who were in the 50 club, what can I tell you? Back in the day, TV would go off at midnight. Oh my God. Yes, it played the flag. The flag played. And then the little screen would come on and it was like, okay, TV's off. And you went to bed because there was nothing else. There was nothing else to watch. Right? TV went off. Yes, Mavis Beacon teaches typing. I know. Had that. From tears to laugh, thank God I came through. I am right there with you, Ollie. Would I change anything? I don't know. No, I would, because I think about, if something changed, would I have the people I have in my life right now? I always think it's happening for a reason. I remind myself, this moment is for a reason. I don't know what the reason is yet, but it's for a reason. And if I change something, would I still know that person? Would we still be friends? Would I have my husband? Like, I got Spencer B in the building. Spencer B. I got a video for you. And it talked about, as I talked to Doc Tachi this morning, about technology that failed. Google Plus was on the list. Now, Google Plus was, I think, an amazing social media site. It's how I met Spencer. That was like 2009? Was that 2009? Was it 2010? It is somewhere in there. That's how we met. My other friend, Jason, from Twitter, when Twitter was Twitter, his son turned 13 years old yesterday. And I remember meeting him before they even had kids, right? So we were actually social and getting into things and doing stuff. It was good times. We had a great time back then. Great time. Love the book fairs, right? We love the book fairs. I mean, it was the choose your own adventures book. Okay, sometimes I cheated. Sometimes I would go to the back of the book and try to find like the best path. and then try to pick stuff to get to that path. It didn't always work out. It's like, okay, you can't do that. That's not how that works. But I would try it. But I love the choose your own adventure. Love that, man. See, I think if these kids had more of that, they would probably, I don't know, they'd be more fearless, more daring. I'm not really sure. And we did go home when the lights came on, because that was your cue. Sweet pickle books. Yes, sweet pickle books. Oh my God. Scratch and sniff stickers. Man, wasn't nothing like getting a really good scratch and sniff snicker. Scratch and sniff snicker. Scratch and sniff sticker. When you got a really good grade in school. And we used to collect them. And I think at one point we kind of traded them. There was one that smelled like popcorn that was really good. It smelled like popcorn. Like, it was really good. The Ram Van. I don't know the Ram Van. Give me some details on that one. Maybe I do know that. I just don't remember. Scratch and sniff, the pizza one, the chocolate. Yes. Sears, the JCPenney catalogs. Oh, man. Good times, man. The catalogs. We lived in catalogs and making lists that our parents never even bothered to look at. Bon nuit. Yes. Okay. I know it's late for you, Ollie. I know it's late. I know you have to put your head down. We appreciate you being here, though. Yes. Reading Rainbow. That was a good one. These kids today will never know the struggle of trying to record a song from the radio on a cassette tape. Ooh. And the DJ talked the whole time. It's like, can you just shut up? Because it'd be great. And then they would start talking like, okay, forget it. Or you get it, and then they cut the song off early, and you still didn't get it. Now, I'm going to say this. Because we didn't have we had a VCR, but we only had one VCR. So what I would do to record some of my shows, and I recorded Jim and the Holograms. I was using our radio cassette player to record Jim and the Hologram episode so I could replay all the Jim songs. Because those songs were hot. Those were some bangers, okay? If you know Jim and the Holograms, and you know that Jim and the Hologram and the Misfits had some bangers. They really did. You know, so I'm just maybe you guys to do that, but I use my cassette player to record that off the TV. Because I was really enjoying the music. Oh, thank you. We are super happy to have your talents on board. Gwendolyn, thank you so much. As Ollie tells Jessica, the relationship between a pencil and a cassette, we all know and if it really got tangles and you just couldn't save it, ooh, that was it. We had a lot of cassette funerals because it was like, and it's done. Mr. Rogers, man, we need a lot of him and some other things today. We loved BET Uncut. That BET After Dark. Trying to sneak in some stuff. Oh, yes, when the cassette got messed up, it was the worst. I still have a couple of mixtapes. Because I do have a cassette player, a couple of mixtapes. Like I was telling Dr. Tachi, I got them when I was in college. I got them in Brooklyn. They are the best of the 99s and 2000s. I'm not giving those up. Not doing it. The 80s horror, 80s horror was actually pretty good. Because Freddy Krueger kept me in nightmares. I'm not going to lie about that. I was jacked up. I really was. Jason, Friday the 13th, not so much because it became so campy after a while. Now, Michael from Halloween, yeah, that was messed up. That it was. I will say that. BET was so cool. Lord bless. Really? I miss Astroworld and Waterworld. I still have one of those little viewfinders that if you took a picture at Astroworld, they put it in there and then you can look in and see it. I still have one of those. And I also have a picture of myself and my nephew on it was the bamboo ride, whatever that ride was called. I have our picture still. Now I'm just saying, but I miss a good amusement park. Oh my God, that was so great. Going to Toys R Us, that was how we spent our time. We went to Toys R Us, checked out all of the games, man, board games. Look at Jessica and Gary, Lord bless his BET Uncut layaway. One day we are going to wear that. Man. I don't know how many times we had stuff on layaway, especially for school shopping. If you had kids, there were 4 of us, okay? If you had kids, you would pick your stuff out of the JCPenney catalog, mother ordered it, and then it would come in right before school started, or you would get a couple of things out before school started, and like the rest of it, like as school kind of went around. But layaway is how we made it, okay, people? And then the credit card came out, and here's where we are. But even with the credit card now, they have the buy now, pay later. So what can I tell you? And for those who didn't even think about it, service merchandise was ahead of the game. Because you had to go into service merchandise, you would pick out what you wanted, and then they would ship it in. So you didn't leave with it immediately. People are like, I don't understand. Instant gratification. And we're back to that now. Okay. Service merchandise. The Ram van was a book van. Oh, that would go around to different schools. Oh, we didn't have that in Texas. That's I don't remember it. And you can watch movies on there and read books. Oh, really? I didn't know that. I don't recall that in my time in school. Oh, she recorded 90210. Lord, yes. And Melrose Place. Yes, Jim. Man, those, I don't know who wrote the songs. Don't know who wrote them. Those songs were banging. Those were some hits. I mean, Jim and the Holograms and the Misfits, they had some really good songs, people. I mean, I'm just going to put it out there. He-Man and She-Ra. Oh my God. Voltron, G.I. Joe, Transformers, Saturday morning cartoons. That's what I'm talking about. Grab your cereal box, get your milk, you sit down and you watch them all the way through. What was that? Munchie-Chi? I used to love Munchie-Chi and the Smurfs. And God, I really did love Munchie-Chi. And what's that poodle? Who is the poodle? Poochie. Poochie. That was the one I also, yes. We'll be right back after these messages. Oh my goodness. We did make our own videos with the camcorder. Yes, we did. We had good times, people. Good times. Good times. Danny is, you just found a mixtape? Hey, man. First of all, okay, so there is a video that I shared on Facebook, and it's about where you pick up your mother and her friends from the club, and there is this banging mix that somebody put together. I need that mix in my life, okay? It's got Too Short, it's got Usher, and who else was in there? I can't remember, but it's a good mix. The Viewfinder is definitely it. That's the Viewfinder. Astroworld Fright Fest, nothing like it. Nothing. I missed the Texas Cyclone in Astroworlds and Grease Lightning. That was my ride. I loved it. I got on that sucker 10,000 times. The Pez Collection, that's awesome. Roller coasters are my life. We used to make our own music videos with the camcorder thing. Yes. The kitchen telephone was with that stretch out cord that you had to hold in place. And they got longer and longer. They could have been like a jump rope, actually, if you think about it. But okay, so you only had like maybe 3 phones back then, depending on where you were. There was one like in the family room, and the parents had one, and one in the kitchen. And it had this long cord, and you were trying to take that long cord to someplace private so everyone was not in your conversation. That was we were trying to do that, but I don't, can't tell if we got there or not. We had Hungry Hippo, yes. Astroworld Fright Fest, I saw Funplex is closing. They are selling everything from Rainbow Bright. I had a Rainbow Bright, sure did. I had a Rainbow Bright, and my brother had the green Lucky Sprite. Yes, I remember Brain Games on HBO. God. New Year, we had Woolworths. Who didn't like a good 5 and dime? We loved a good 5 and dime now. Hey, that's how we got our Christmas toys and like your stocking stuffers and your gift wrap. Was at the 5 and dime, right? Like TG and Y. What y'all know about recording your favorite songs to use for your voice? Oh my goodness. I miss doing and trying to get it just right. Using the song, be like, you have now reached Gwendolyn. Yeah, it was this. And I don't like whose idea was that? We thought we were really cute. Punky Brewster. We thought we were really cute using the song on our voicemail. Yes, Klarna is a glorified layaway. You know it right. Same stuff, different day. We have seen some Ghostbusters. They had the cartoon too. Lemonheads, Boston baked beans. Oh my gosh. I like the Boston baked beans. We used to have 90210 parties. See, we did. Okay, so when Melrose Place came out, that was the thing. Like, we really enjoyed Melrose Place. Drive-through theaters. Okay. Now, I don't know about you, cousin, but here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, we have like two drive-in theaters. There is one in Fort Worth that me and Mr. Jack go to all the time. Coyote Inn. Yes, the drive-in is real. They tell folks don't bring in outside food and alcohol. Ain't nobody. Come on now. Come on. I bring my glass. I bring a bottle of wine. And I also pop my own popcorn. We may buy something to support the business, but we bring our own snacks. Okay. But the drive-in is still there. Yes, we love the drive-in. I remember seeing Star Wars at the drive-in that is up from our house. Now that place is now an RV park, but what can I tell you? Oh, she loved Punky Brewster. I still don't know. Who shot JR? Does anybody remember who shot JR? Because I don't think I ever got the answer. Blockbuster Video. Silver Hawks. Oh my God. You guys are going all the way back. We are going all the way back. Blockbuster on a Friday night. Oh man. Oh my goodness. That was the spot. That was the toys in the cereal box. Yes, Muppet Babies. Every day after school at 3 p.m., I came back to watch Scooby-Doo with my notepad as if I was actually going to solve the mystery. It was simple and fun. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. I don't know. We got lucky. I don't know. Did we get lucky? Did we get lucky to be born in an era of getting all of the technology and all of the things? Because Blockbuster Friday night, if you got the little Jiffy Pop and you had to like shake the popcorn, and then we moved to the microwave popcorn in the bucket. Because let me tell you, Jiffy Pop, that whole like shaking it, man, that's work. Okay. It is work. I don't know how we did it. But we did. I gotta move this. I gotta move this sucker on. We've been here a whole hour. Okay. You still have all your old tapes. Oh my gosh. Who's the Boss for Tuesday night Bible study? We did do Who's the Boss. Mother did have Tuesday night Bible. Mother had a lot of Bible studies. Okay. Let me tell you, we had the women's Bible study, we had the kids' Bible study, but yes, it was Tuesday night. We had a great time too. We had a good time coming together to do our Bible study. Oh, good times. And Mother recorded all of her, her sermons, take them to church, we give them out. Yes, it was so simple. You have a binder of CDs. I have all my CDs. I got all my CDs. I got them all. I saw that remix video. It was hilarious. Yes. I need that mix. I don't know who I need to get to. I need the mix. You have all your tapes and your dad's vinyls. I got some of my dad's vinyls. I have a couple of his. Mother has the most of his music. Remember the Halloween costumes back then? It's a plastic mask and a rubber band, and that was Snap. That was it. And we did well with it. We did well. I have some mixtapes too. Oh my God, the mixtapes were all that. That they were. Clap on, clap off, the clapper. We had the dungeon drop. I remember that. Yes, Afterworld was the spot. Collect calls. Try to get a few words in before you hang up. Yes. We found ways to get around it. We found ways. The 25-foot cord, I thought it was going places. We did. We had all of it. Voice message would be 17 years long because you had to let the music get to your favorite part. Nonsense. Let me tell you, people. Let me tell you. We have gone through a lot. Like with the cordless phone with the broken antenna. Can you hear me? Yes. Or I keep going back to, we were hearing other folks' conversations with that cordless phone. I mean, we were all in other folks' business. GC went in 2075 for your 100th birthday. Talking about the great things in the 2030s. You know, if the good Lord allows us to see even one more year, I'm down. It didn't survive. What? See, I don't think downtown is where to do it. It needs to be sort of out someplace, like out someplace. But I know in Fort Worth and also like right outside of, it's more like outside of Ennis. It's this big open land and people are there. Like we are there watching all the movies. I love the drive-in versus going into like the theater, because what you don't get is other people talking and standing up. It's like, dude, it's just you and your vehicle and it's great. Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't work out in Houston. No, really didn't shop at all. We loved Woolworths. I don't know if the store was outside of New York, but I loved Alexander's and Mace. We didn't have that down here. We didn't have that. We had a Foley's. We had a Josky's, which is now a Dillard's. JR was shot by his sister-in-law. Really? I didn't know that. I had no idea. Thundercats. Okay, really quick. And I really am, I'm gonna wrap this sucker up. I really am. Okay. Somebody did a Thundercats, if they were like AI, like if they were humans and they did it like all in AI. I don't know about y'all, but they had some of these Thundercats, and I'm just saying, the ethnicity was kind of funny. Now I know Panthro was clearly a black man. I know that. I know he was. You can't tell me Panthro was not black. I'm just gonna say it. And I think some of them others could have been like light-skinned people. I'm just saying. That's just me. So I found it funny that when they were doing these, like if they were human, I thought I didn't see them. I didn't see them looking the way that you saw them looking. Maybe I don't know. That's just Gwendolyn put her stuff out there. But I was like, Panthro was clearly a brother. I don't know. Charles in Charge. Fame. Prank calls. Yes. Yeah. Yes. You are right. The joke is now on us. Because we get spam calls like the Dickens. I mean, it's just, welcome to the Belgian. With Godiva. Oh, God. I love some good Godiva now. Let's not even talk about some chocolate. That was my store. Yes, Panthro was blackety black. Thank you, Serena. I was like, Panthro was black. I don't know. I didn't know that was him. I thought I knew his voice. Panthro, like I said, he was a black man. So I was like, how y'all figured him? I just, yeah. Okay, let me say this. Thank you guys. You guys are the best. I mean, you guys really are the best. This has been the best way to celebrate going down. We have a lot of memories, y'all. We have a lot of memories. This has been so much fun. It's been so great. If you haven't, you can get on the mailing list, the email list. The emails, I would say this. It says mature and marvelous. That can be mindset. It's not about age, okay? It's about mindset, and everybody's marvelous. But I want to leave you with this thought. That next week is my anniversary. Okay, so I'm not going to be here, but there will be a show. And I'm talking about how my husband holds space for me. And I do want to talk about how just holding space, and I'm talking about Black women specifically, it makes all the difference. All right. It makes all of the difference. So that is next Friday at 4:00. I might jump in, but just know that I have an anniversary to celebrate. So there is that. But whatever you do, make yourself a priority. That is the deal. If you do nothing else, make yourself a priority. I want to thank you all for showing up. This has been so much fun going back down memory lane. We have a song for everything. Okay, so hold up. I need to cover my drink here because I have it. And I have a lot of confetti in this house. And thank you. If you haven't, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. If you're not subscribed already, we do great fun things over here. Believe it or not, make yourself a priority. I've got my champagne confetti popper. Oop, right there. So we're gonna pop this last one. I'm going to go get ready to get myself some burger and fries. I thank you all again for being here, giving me an hour and some change. I should probably point it this way because I don't know how to. Wait, is it not? It's not turning. Oh my God, that cracks me up. Oh, okay, there you go. Happy birthday to Gwendolyn. Thank you all for being here today. Absolutely love you. Thank you, Ollie, for holding on because I know it's night. It is nighttime for you, sir. It is nighttime for you. We'll be back next Friday. I might pop in, but check out that next Friday. See, she got it from her mama. And Lord willing, I'm going to see you all tomorrow. Hey, it's G. Thank you for watching this episode of Girl Listen. Be sure to catch me every Friday at 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. And while you're here, I cordially invite you to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you all next week.